What up, y'all? It's your boy, Lou Nonsense. I'm here to review AEW Revolution. And I gotta tell you, this was an awesome show. This show helped wash the awful taste in my mouth, which is Super Showdown. I really enjoyed this show, but anyways, let's get into it. So we have our buy-in. We have the Dark Order, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson going up against SCU, Scorpio Sky, and Frankie Kazarian. So this was a pretty fun pre-show match. We had the Dark Order take the victory. Scorpio Sky was attempting an O'Connor roll, had Stu Grayson pinned until Evil Uno clocked Scorpio Sky in the back of the head, allowing Stu Grayson to hit Scorpio Sky with the most devastating move in all of sports and entertainment, a surprise roll-up. Shout out Simon Miller. Match is over. Dark Order stands victorious, but they also began to beat down on SCU even more. There's like freaking 6, 7 of the Dark Order just beating down on Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian. Where the hell are they getting these niggas? SCU was getting jumped, but also we're in Chicago, so we heard some familiar music. This was a surprise debut of Colt Cabana. He came out for the save. Unfortunately for Colt, he was overwhelmed by the Dark Order. As they posed in the ring, though, we did see a hooded figure walk from the top of the ramp. It's me, Austin! It was me all along, Austin! That's exactly what I thought when I saw this, and I ain't gonna lie, that was hilarious. I was thinking, could this hooded figure be the Exalted One? But it turns out it was Christopher Daniels. He actually attacks Dark Order and helps SCU and Colt Cabana clear out the Dark Order from the ring. It looks like this storyline is going to continue. I was so hoping it was Matt Hardy. Unfortunately, Matt Hardy was still under contract while the show was going on. His contract didn't expire until midnight of that night. So we could possibly see him in future shows, but hey, we have to wait and see. We don't know who the Exalted One is, but I'm actually glad this storyline is continuing. Now we're opening up with the main card. The first match will be Jake Hager going up against Dustin Rhodes. Dustin had a t-shirt on that said, "I'm here to fight Jericho's bitch." This was a pretty okay match, but I wouldn't have opened the show with this match. I would have started the show, honestly, I would have started the show with Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara, but this was a decent match. Jake Hager hits Dustin Rhodes with a low blow and ends the match with a front-facing chokehold and puts Dustin Rhodes to sleep. So I would have started the show off with this match coming right up. We had Sammy Guevara going up against Darby Allin. This match was tons of fun and very exciting. Before the match even officially started, Darby Allin went darting into freaking Sammy Guevara with a suicide dive. And yeah, they had a lot of action outside the ring. At one point, Sammy Guevara hit a 630 senton from outside the ring to a table to Darby Allin, and it was insane. Eat your art out, Ricochet. So, ending sequence of this match, Sammy Guevara does try to expose the turnbuckle. He is successful, but unfortunately, that ends up backfiring on him. Darby Allin sends him headfirst into the exposed turnbuckle, which frees him up to hit him with the devastating coffin drop. Put him in a coffin! Darby Allin is victorious. He is extremely over with the crowds right now. If AEW does start a mid-card championship, I would put Darby Allin in that contention right there. I think he'll be a great mid-card champion, especially if he's not going to be going for the World Championship anytime soon. And it's a way to keep him over. I like it. Next up, I believe we had the match of the night. Is going to be the AEW Tag Team Championships. The Young Bucks going up against the champions, Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega. Now, this has got to be one of the best told stories in AEW right now, in my humble opinion. This match was personal. This match was gritty. This match was exciting. This was tag team excellence. The Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, they're all buddies. They want to keep it a healthy competition, but all shit hit the fan when Hangman Page spit a loogie, nasty looking loogie, in Matt Jackson's face. After that point, the gloves were off. Gloves were off. Hangman Page was the most over guy in this match. Even at one point, they did boo the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks were acting very kind of heelish in this match as the frustration settled in. One point in the match, Matt Jackson stomped away at Kenny Omega's visibly hurt shoulder, and also they did deliver an indie taker to Adam Page outside on the ramp area. One of my favorite parts of this match was Kenny Omega trying to attempt the one-wing angel on Matt Jackson, but his shoulder was hurt, so he couldn't execute the full move. Hangman Page tags himself in and executes the One-Wing Angel himself on the Matt Jackson. It was a really close near fall. Nick Jackson ends up saving the match. Hangman Page is ready to go. He ends up taking out both Young Bucks with the buckshot lariat. One to Nick on the outside and one to Matt on the inside of the ring to secure the victory. So after the match, the Young Bucks tried to shake the hands of both Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. Kenny Omega was kind of hesitant because of all the shenanigans that happened during the match, and Hangman Page once again wasn't having none of that. He exited the ring. Young Bucks exited the ring, and in the ring was still Kenny Omega, who was celebrating with the crowd. He held the title up, but outside of the ring, Hangman Page drops his title and holds the ropes like he's setting up for the buckshot lariat, and he's going to turn on Kenny Omega. So it turns out Hangman Page had second thoughts about it. He ends up helping Kenny Omega out the ring. These two leave together, and it looks like this storyline is going to be continuing. This is very interesting. I don't know where they're going to go through with this next. Or they're going to continue beefing with the Young Bucks, or they're going to move on to a newer and better opponent. More to see. More to see on Wednesday. Next up, we had the AEW Women's Championship match. We had Chris Statlander going up against Nyla Rose. Unfortunately for this match, it did suffer from their position in the card. They did have to follow the match of the night, and I didn't do them any favors. This is a very okay match, but it does reporting that Chris Statlander was suffering from the flu during the match, so that could have hindered their performance a bit, but it did suffer from their position in the card once again. Ending sequence of the match, Chris Statlander tried to attempt a Frankensteiner, but Nyla Rose ends up reversing it into a middle rope beast bomb. She pins Chris Statlander. 1, 2, 3. Nyla Rose retains. Next up, we have the very, very personal and also well-told story of MJF going one-on-one against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. This match has been leading up for months, starting with MJF's betrayal of Cody at Full Gear. He ended up costing Cody Rhodes the championship by throwing in a towel and also kicking him in the dick in the process. Man, what a dick. For weeks, we had to watch MJF's stipulations play out. Cody could not touch him before this match. He had to endure 10 lashes on national television. And also, Cody had to defeat Mr. Mayhem himself, Wardlow, in a steel cage match. Cody ends up defeating Wardlow, but also suffered a fractured toe in the process. Match goes on the way. Cody gets to finally get his hands on MJF. That injured toe did play a factor in this match. At one point, MJF took off Cody's boot and proceeded to bite down on the injured toe. It was nasty. Cody was beating down MJF. MJF was in the corner, curled up into a ball, and then afterwards proceeded to beg for forgiveness to Cody Rhodes. Once Cody let his guard down, MJF spit in the face of Cody Rhodes, and that enraged Cody quite a lot. He ends up hitting not one, but 2 crossroads. But he doesn't go for the pin there. He wanted to do the trifecta. But that gave MJF a little bit of an opening to knee Cody in the face and take from under his tights the diamond ring. He ends up clocking Cody in the face. Cody goes down. MJF falls on top of him and secures the victory. He pins Cody 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, Cody couldn't get the victory here. I really wanted him to win this feud, but honestly, I don't think this feud is quite over yet. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see on Wednesday, see if this continues or not. Next up, we had freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy going one-on-one against the Bastard Pack. First things first, every person that hated on Orange Cassidy being signed to AEW, I have to do this. Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. People out there who seriously didn't believe that Orange Cassidy can work a serious match. This guy has some skill. At one point, he's doing a sloth style, the little kicks to the leg. And at one point, Pac was kind of humoring him a little bit until he had none of it and decks him with a clothesline. Orange Cassidy did have a lot of offense in, a lot of drop kicks with his hands still in his pockets. And at one point, he did pull out a Superman punch. And I really enjoyed every minute of that. Eat your heart out, Roman Reigns. This was a really fun match. I was on the edge of my seat. I really thought Orange Cassidy was going to get this one. They made me believe. I'm not going to lie. Orange Cassidy seemed to have the match won, but the Lucha Bros, for some weird reason, interfered in the match and attacked the Best Friends outside the ring. This distracted Orange Cassidy, and from behind, Pac came from behind, clocked him, and locked in the Brutalizer for the victory. Orange Cassidy is arguably the most over guy in AEW right now. Like, sure, I'm in my Orange Cassidy gear right now. I love the match. Now, let's move on to the main event. So we had Solid Snake. Oh, I'm sorry, Snake Plissken. What do you mean it's not Snake Plissken? It's not Solid Snake either? What are you talking about? My mistake. Let me do this right. We had Jon Moxley going one-on-one with Le Champion, Chris Jericho. These guys brawled inside the ring. These guys brawled outside the ring. There was blood at one point. Moxie's head, I believe above his right eye, was cut open. And also the Inner Circle did get involved a lot in this match. Santana and Ortiz and also Jake Hager did get involved in this match, causing lots of distractions. At one point, even Jon Moxley started biting down on the open stitches of Chris Jericho. What's up with niggas biting everybody today? What the fuck? At one point, Jake Hager attacks Jon Moxley, which caught the attention of referee Aubrey Edwards, and she begins to throw out the remainder of the Inner Circle. As the referee was distracted with the 3 members of the Inner Circle, we almost forgot the 4th member, Sammy Guevara. While the referee was distracted, Sammy Guevara did go into the ring and clock Moxley in the head with the AEW Championship. Jericho tried to get the cheap win, but Moxley ends up kicking out. And also it was revealed that Moxley could see out of both eyes. It was a ruse. Jericho was shocked and he was hit with 2 paradigm shifts for the win. Jon Moxley is your new AEW champion. Jericho did have a really good title run. I really enjoyed his run, but I felt that it was time for him to drop the strap to Moxley. I believe there's more stories that could be told with Moxley as champion, so I just can't wait to see what goes on Wednesday and who will be next to challenge for the AEW championship. So that concludes AEW Revolution. I will give this a Orange Cassidy freshly squeezed thumbs up show, and their next big event will be